Welcome back. Children with autism often have one thing that gets their attention. For some, it may be a favorite television character or program, or for others, it may be a favorite toy. For Tad Talbert, it was Waffles. And now Tad's mom, Kim, has taken her and her son's journey and turned it into a children's book. Our Lisa Godley has their story.
Tad Tolbert was no more than 4 when he'd look into his mom's eyes meal after meal, day in and day out, and ask for his favorite food, waffles.
He wanted them for every meal, morning, noon, and night. If you know anything about people with autism, they have a repetitive nature. And sometimes they just won't let it go. They want the same thing the same way. They like that consistency. He didn't want pancakes, he didn't want French toast, he didn't want anything but his waffles.
I just love waffles. I don't even remember why.
While Kim explained to her son that he couldn't have waffles every day and introduced him to other foods, in her mind she was cataloging each high, low, and breakthrough that she and Tad experienced. But Kim never stopped to put anything on paper until 4 years ago.
When you go into the bookstores, you really don't find too much in the special needs section, and I saw that there was a need to do something that was comical, that was lively, that would encourage people.
Like many new authors, Kim hit a few roadblocks, but that didn't stop her for long.
I didn't have the finances to get the book started, and I came in contact with somebody last year that I do contract work for, and he offered to fund my book. And I went to a self-publishing class, and here's the book. This is Tad living in a waffle world. Everything has to do with waffles. He marries somebody with a waffle. His wife has a waffle head, and his baby has a waffle head. And I call myself the Black Dr. Seuss, if you will. And for instance, there's a part in here where he says, "Please don't judge me. I'm not like you, but I'll be rich and famous, a computer guru."
Kim says she's quite pleased with how Waffles Every Day has been received. She says Norfolk Public Schools have purchased copies of her book, and it can also be found at the Dan Marino Resource Center in Florida, a facility which helps connect people with autism to the services that are available for them. Waffles Every Day is Kim Tolbert's first book. Her next project, Gelatin Ain't Nothing But a Mole, is part of a 5-book series featuring special needs children as superheroes.
No matter where the book takes us, the main thing is just to encourage people and just our love of God, and that's what has gotten us through, you know, all these years. There were moments when I wanted to pull my hair out, and there were moments when I didn't know what he would become. I didn't know if he'd even graduate, because I had so many problems with him when he was a little boy, always getting kicked out of every daycare, and until they finally diagnosed with him with autism. And I used to say, "Well, why me?" And my mom would say, "Why not you? What makes you think you're any better than anybody else that you couldn't have a child with autism?" So then, once you get over that initial shock, you just move on and you take it for what it is.
It lets people have hope instead of always thinking that it's like a death sentence or something.
For Another View, I'm Lisa Godley.
It's all about hope. And that's our program for this evening. Just a reminder that Another View is moving to Friday nights beginning January the 8th. We'll be on at the same time, 9 p.m., immediately following What Matters with Kathy Lewis. We'll have special holiday programming next week, so join us in 2 weeks for the best of Another View. From all of us at Another View, we wish you joy, happiness, peace, and Thanksgiving during this holiday season. We'll see you in 2 weeks for Another View. Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye-bye.